Chapter 1. Behind Closed Doors. As the gavel strikes the desk, a heavy silence descends over the Elmwood Correctional Facility, swiftly broken by the echo of cell doors clanging shut. Within this stark environment, 4 distinct voices emerge, each carrying their own story of loss and longing. Marcus Red O'Reilly, once a dedicated teacher, now reflects on his fall from grace, his diary entries revealing his desire to mend the pain he caused. Danny Ramirez, the rebellious graffiti artist, channels her vibrant spirit into words, capturing the unexpected beauty amidst the gray walls of confinement. Eli Carter grapples with the tumult of gang life, his thoughts revealing a battle between his tough exterior and the yearning for a life free from violence. Grace Mulligan, a mother torn from her children, writes of guilt and hope for reconciliation. Together, these voices form a tapestry of resilience, setting the stage for their shared journey toward redemption in the confines of Elmwood. Chapter 2. The Weight of Regret. Marcus Red O'Reilly sits on the edge of his bunk, pen in hand, the weight of his regrets pouring onto the page. Memories of his former life as a high school teacher flood his mind, where he inspired future generations, not destroyed them. But when he succumbed to the allure of easy money through drug dealing, the world he once cherished slipped away. Each entry in his diary reflects his yearning to make amends, not just to those he harmed, but also to himself. Red recalls the faces of his students, the sparkle of curiosity in their eyes, now replaced by the shadows of his choices. He finds solace in educating fellow inmates, igniting small sparks of hope in their collective struggle. Through his words, he weaves a narrative of growth rooted in sorrow, gradually shaping his path toward redemption within the confining walls of Elmwood. Here, amid despair, he clings to the belief that change is possible. Chapter 3. Colors of Rebellion. Danny Ramirez's world is painted in vibrant strokes of rebellion as she navigates life within the stark confines of Elmwood. In her diary, she describes the prison's gray walls, almost longing for color amidst the bleakness. With each entry, Danny infuses her passion for art into her surroundings, transforming her sorrow into creativity. I see the walls as my canvas, she writes, capturing glimpses of beauty in everyday moments. From late-night sketching sessions to clandestine poetry readings with fellow inmates, she uses her artistic voice to express the tumult of her emotions. Danny dreams of painting murals that tell stories of resilience, hope, and redemption, believing that even within these walls, art can bridge gaps and heal wounds. Her rebellious spirit becomes a source of inspiration, igniting a spark within those around her, as they join her in reclaiming their narratives through creativity. Chapter 4. Identity Struggles. Eli Carter stood against the cold, gray wall of his cell, wrestling with the turbulent emotions that defined his life. As a young boy, he was full of dreams, but a series of choices led him to the gang lifestyle, a decision that had cost him more than he'd ever anticipated. His diary entries reveal a tumultuous duality, the hardened exterior he presents to the world, and the vulnerable young man struggling to find his true self beneath the bravado. Within the chaotic confines of Elmwood, Eli grapples with questions of identity and belonging. Through therapy sessions, he begins to peel away the layers of defense, confronting the pain of losing friends to violence and the weight of his own decisions. I want to break free from this cycle, he writes, yearning for a life defined by purpose rather than crime. The faint hope for change flickers in his pages, illuminating a path away from darkness. Chapter 5. A Mother's Sacrifice. Grace Mulligan reflects on the choices that led her to Elmwood Correctional Facility. A once dedicated employee in the finance sector, she found herself overwhelmed by mounting bills and the pressures of supporting her 2 children alone. In her diary, Grace writes about the moment she crossed the line, committing embezzlement in a desperate attempt to secure their future. Each entry is laced with guilt and longing for her children's laughter, memories of bedtime stories now haunting her. As she participates in morning exercise sessions and quiet meal times, Grace often gazes at the skies through barred windows, whispering hopes for reconciliation. A visit from her daughter, unexpected yet profoundly emotional, forces an honest confrontation of the fractures in their relationship. These moments reveal the depth of her sacrifice, illustrating that, even amid despair, the love of a mother is a powerful force driving her toward redemption. Chapter 6. unlikely connections. In the sterile confines of Elmwood Correctional Facility, where isolation often reigns, moments of connection can light the darkest days. Marcus, Danny, Eli, and Grace find themselves sharing not just space, but fragments of their lives, revealing vulnerabilities that forge unexpected friendships. During a routine recreation hour, laughter echoes off cold concrete walls as they engage in casual games of basketball and shared stories, breaking the monotonous rhythm of prison life. Danny, with her creative flair, starts sketching playful murals on scrap paper, inviting the others to add their touch. Marcus offers words of encouragement, each compliment weaving a thread of camaraderie among them. As Eli opens up about his past, he finds solace in Marcus's understanding, while Grace appreciates the company, sharing laughs that momentarily dissolve her guilt. These bonds, born from shared pain and resilience, begin to transform the atmosphere, fostering hope and a sense of belonging that defies their circumstances. Nop. Chapter 7. Breaking the Silence. The atmosphere in the group therapy room is thick with tension as the inmates sit in a circle, their faces illuminated by the soft, flickering light of the overhead bulbs. Marcus Red O'Reilly, trying to set a tone of trust, begins by sharing a story from his life as a teacher, a moment that still haunts him. His voice trembles slightly, vulnerability breaking through his hardened exterior. One by one, the inmates begin to open up, sharing their fears and regrets. Danny speaks of feeling misunderstood, her art often misrepresented as mere vandalism. Eli reveals the struggles of living up to the expectations of his gang, while yearning to break free from that identity. Grace's guilt spills out as she recounts the day she decided to embezzle money, motivated by desperation for her children. As raw emotions flow, a sense of camaraderie emerges, weaving these disparate lives together. In this circle, healing begins, fragile yet powerful, planting seeds of understanding that could flourish into lasting friendships. Chapter 8. The Healing Power of Art. In the hushed corners of Elmwood Correctional Facility, the clinking of paintbrushes against the canvas replaces the usual clang of prison life. Danny Ramirez's art therapy program breathes new life into the inmates, allowing them to transform their emotions into vibrant murals. As colors splash across the dull concrete walls, expressions of sorrow, hope, and resilience emerge. Danny guides her peers through every stroke, urging them to share their stories through art. Each mural becomes a collective diary, encapsulating their shared experiences within the prison's confines. Laughter mingles with the sound of brushes gliding against the surface, forming bonds that transcend their pasts. Art is freedom, Danny declares, her voice echoing in the dim light. The inmates smile, their temporary sanctuary buzzing with creativity. In this transformative process, they channel the pain of their journeys into something beautiful, reclaiming their identities and fostering a sense of community amid despair. Chapter 9. Turning Points. The atmosphere within Elmwood Correctional Facility shifted palpably as pivotal moments surfaced, forging paths toward transformation for the inmates. Marcus Red O'Reilly clutched a worn letter, his hands trembling as he read heartfelt words from a former student, reminding him of the impact he once had as a teacher. It ignited a spark of purpose within him, inspiring a renewed commitment to educate those around him. Meanwhile, Grace Mulligan received a surprise visit from her daughter. Their emotional reunion unfolded in a mix of tears and confrontations, revealing deep-seated guilt intertwined with the love of a mother yearning for forgiveness. Eli Carter faced an unexpected turn as he learned of his brother's tragic passing. Grief washed over him, prompting an internal reckoning. In these moments of raw vulnerability, each character confronted the ghosts of their past, catalyzing a profound desire for change and a vow to fight against the cycles that bound them. Chapter 10. Seeds of Hope. As the days grow longer, the atmosphere in Elmwood Correctional Facility shifts from despair to anticipation. The inmates gather regularly, sharing dreams and aspirations for life beyond the cold gray walls. Marcus Red O'Reilly, empowered by the opportunity to educate others, envisions creating a tutoring program to help at-risk youth in the community. Meanwhile, Danny Ramirez dreams of launching an art collective, transforming her passion into a powerful force for change. Eli Carter, having confronted his turbulent past, expresses a desire to mentor young men who struggle with identity and gang culture. Grace Mulligan, reflecting on her time away from her children, hopes to reunite with them and rebuild their fractured bond, perhaps even opening a small cafe to provide for her family. Each shared story sprouts with potential, a collective hope emerging as they prepare for reintegration, proving that from the ashes of their pasts can arise a brighter future. Chapter 11. Confronting the Past. As the days ticked down to their release dates, Marcus Red O'Reilly felt a whirlwind of emotions. Sitting alone in his cell, he picked up his pen, grappling with memories of his former life as a teacher, students looking to him for guidance, and the proud feeling of impacting young lives. A heavy knot formed in his chest as he recalled the choices that led him here. The pain of disappointment lingered, but so did a flicker of hope. Meanwhile, Grace Mulligan prepared for an unexpected visit from her daughter, Sophie. Upon entering the visiting room, Sophie's narrowed eyes spoke volumes. Betrayal and hurt layered beneath her desire for connection. The confrontation was fraught with unspoken words, as Grace fought to express her remorse. "I did it for us," she choked out, desperate for understanding. This moment crystallized her journey of guilt, pushing her further toward the path of redemption and reconciliation, not just for herself, but for her family. Chapter 12. Embracing Change. As the vibrant echoes of the art therapy sessions lingered in the air, the inmates began to internalize the transformations underway within themselves. Red, once burdened by the weight of his past, found purpose in mentoring younger inmates, guiding them toward educational opportunities. His classroom discussions became a sanctuary of learning and hope, bridging their fractured worlds. Danny's murals adorned the prison walls, each stroke a testament to resilience and creativity that challenged the bleak exterior of Elmwood. Her enthusiasm ignited passion in others, and soon a vibrant art club blossomed, turning isolation into community. Eli, initially resistant to change, now engaged in daily reflections, slowly unraveling his identity beyond the gang. He noticed nuances of empathy emerging, as friendships deepened through shared vulnerabilities. Together, they forged a support network that celebrated each other's progress, acknowledging that transformation wasn't just a distant dream. It was a tangible reality born from their united efforts to embrace change. Chapter 13. Farewells and New Beginnings. The day of release dawns with an electric mix of anxiety and anticipation at Elmwood Correctional Facility. As the sun rises, casting warm hues across the cold gray walls, Marcus, Danny, Eli, and Grace gather in the common area, surrounded by fellow inmates who have become their family. Emotions run high as farewells are exchanged, handshakes, hugs, and promises to stay in touch resonate in the air. Danny's mural, a vibrant tapestry of their shared stories, stands as a testament to their journey, reminding them of the bonds forged in pain and resilience. "This isn't the end," Eli declares, his voice cracking with emotion. Grace clutches the letter from her daughter, her eyes shimmering with hope, while Marcus reflects on the countless lessons learned. As they step through the gates into an uncertain future, each carries a piece of Elmwood within them, a token of resilience and a testament to new beginnings.